Guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2026 Nissan Rogue SV.
And a big thanks to Red at Courtesy Nissan in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Red.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Rogue has been Nissan's compact crossover SUV since 2008. The third generation Rogue that you see here has been with us since 2021, receiving a powertrain update in 2022, replacing the 181 horsepower, 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder with a 1.5 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder, which cranks out 201 horsepower, 225 pound-feet of torque, and facelifted for the 2024 model year, tweaking the front and rear styling with Google-based 12.3-inch infotainment system for the top SL and Platinum trims. And for 2026, the Rogue adds a new dark armor trim, essentially a black accented package for the SV, but also including a panorama roof, 360-degree camera, and heated front seats and steering wheel. With 6 trims available for the 2026 Rogue, ranging from the base $28,000 S up to the top $39,000 Platinum, with the SV that you see here starting at $29,790. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So first thing we notice are the LED headlamps. You can see the flickering LEDs for the daytime running light, not actually flickering in real life, just how the camera picks up the LED, with a halogen turn signal right next to it, and full LED headlamps for the high and low beam. Functional airflow in each corner, updated Nissan badge, chrome aluminum accents with the black contrast for the grille, and a panel below for the advanced safety features. The wheel and tire setup for the SV, we get these gunmetal gray and silver accented 18-inch wheels wrapped in Falcon Zeeks all-season tires, dimensions being 235/60 R18. The 60 sidewalls should definitely keep the ride quality nice and plush, and we'll see the 235 wide tires put the power down for this surprisingly powerful 1.5 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. With some black plastic cladding for the wheel well area, splash guards, black contrast for the rocker panel side skirts, white and black contrasted mirror caps, black A-pillar, well, all the pillars are black except for the D-pillar out rear, body color shark fin style antenna, smart access for the driver and a front passenger with black lower window trim. The glass gets blind spot monitoring on it. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile for the 2026 Nissan Rogue SV. And speaking of the 2026 Nissan Rogue SV front wheel drive, let's take a quick look at this window sticker. So starting under 30,000 bucks, you guys can pause to take a look at all the standard features. Surprisingly loaded with about $1,000 in options here: splash guards, rear bumper protector, premium paint, and the floor mats. $14.95 for the destination, totaling us out at $32,650. With 32 combined miles per gallon, that's better than the Kicks we just reviewed on this channel. And continuing along, we get the same rear wheel and tire setup, the only difference being a smaller brake caliper. Splash guard continuing, we get LED taillights, turn signals are halogen, reverse lights are LED. We get rear parking sensing, dark aluminum badging, updated Nissan badge. Shout out Courtesy Nissan of Tampa for helping make this review possible. The aluminum bumper protector with the exhaust tips down below. Sorry, just single exhaust tip on the left side. But speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this 1.5 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine, and here she sounds. All right guys, that was the sound of the 1.5 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine sold by Nissan for the 2026 Rogue. And it sounds okay. You're not going to hear a whole lot with a 2,800 RPM rev limiter, but we'll open up a little bit more when we take it out for a drive, cranking out 201 horsepower, 225 pound-feet of torque, sending the power to the front wheels, made it to a CVT transmission. You can expect a mid to high 7-second 0 to 60 time, which is a serious improvement compared to the outgoing powertrain. We can shut this hood right down, take a step back, hopefully pick up the metallic sparkles here in the Florida sun with this white metallic paint color. Now let's take a step inside and see what we get with a very solid value compact SUV starting under $30,000. With soft touch up top, gushy soft materials in the center, gushy soft armrests. We get power windows for all 4. It's only auto one touch for the driver. Considering the Kicks we just reviewed had auto one touch for all 4, would have been nice to see it continued here on the Rogue. Aluminum door handle, 4-way adjustable mirrors, stitching for your knee will often hit with a solid amount of storage. Not the upgraded audio system, but it's a solid system for a base. The seats are cloth fabric and very comfortable, just not super supportive. I think the kicks actually had a little bit more comfortable and supportive seats that we just reviewed on this channel. But these are power adjusted with 2-way lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats electrically. And taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So we definitely have a lot more soft touch materials here compared to the kicks we just reviewed, but we don't have the dual 12.3 inch screens. We do get the upgraded Google-based 12.3 inch screen on the top trims for the Rogue, but considering we have the nicer screens on the kicks, it would be nice to see at least the non-Google based screens continued here on this Rogue. But anyway, continuing along, we get a leather steering wheel. We did not have that on the kicks, same 10 and 2, solid 9 and 3, rubberized horn area. The horn, not the loudest or most aggressive. People should still be getting out of your way. We get dual pane windows here, so there should be a significantly quieter interior. Volume skip, adjustments for the infotainment screen. And speaking of the adjustments, right now we're looking at a digital speedometer, settings, advanced safety features, audio, tire pressure, speed, and right back to our home screen. My personal favorite would be the digital speedometer, so we'll leave it there. The tacho, about 6,000 RPM, 140 mile an hour speedometer. Fuel gauge underneath the speedometer, coolant temperature underneath the tach. The paddle shifters controlling the ratios, satisfying click for the stocks, auto headlamps, auto high beams, no auto rain sensing wipers. We get adaptive cruise control, voice commands, you can hang up and answer your phone calls, the adaptive steering, interior lighting, turn up the auto engine start stop with the electronic trunk release. We get some stitching for the dashboard, soft touch for the top of it, also a premium touch with our 8-inch infotainment screen. We don't get built-in navigation, but we get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, the backup camera. Let's take a quick look at it. Super high resolution, guidance lines, and trajectory. Throwing right back into park, returning right back to the previous screen, air vents beneath it, dual zone automatic front climate control, engine start stop, 2 USB-C ports, 12 volt, and a solid amount of storage. Just hard plastic for your knee will often hit, but we get a very solid amount of storage underneath the center stack. Pretty practical. Electronic parking brake with auto hold. You'll fit 24 to 32 ounce bottles in our drive mode selector. Our drive modes include Sport, Standard, and Eco. We'll start off in Standard, try out Sport, try out Eco, and see what the differences are. The armrest is nicely padded and stitched. Storage space is decent. You'll fit 2 1-liter bottles of soda in there. Should fit 5 or 6 12-ounce cans, and an additional storage cubby right in front of it. The glove box is damped, not lined felt, and pretty large. You'll fit 25 license plates. Should easily be able to fit 2 pairs of shoes, 6 Harry Potter books, with not a frameless or auto dimming rear view mirror. Got to pull this flappy thing to dim it. Sunglass holders, interior lights do not appear to be LED. The headliner does feel more premium compared to the kicks, and that's about it. For the front seat at least, this 2026 Nissan Rogue SV. Very nice vehicle, especially starting under $30,000, getting over 30 combined miles per gallon out rear. Just hard plastic, but to be expected at this price point. It's soft touch in the center. I kind of wish they flip-flopped the materials. The grab handle is aluminum and a gushy soft leather armrest. No auto one-touch window like we had on the kicks. Decent little storage and some additional storage down beneath bass speaker. The second row seats are cloth, but very well bolstered, especially for the shoulder area. The padding going all the way out to the door frame. Legroom, I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings. And yeah, this is a huge upgrade compared to the kicks. I have like 7-8 inches of knee room. Headroom, I have about 3 inches of it. If you're under 6'7", 6'8", you should be able to comfortably sit in the back of a 2026 Rogue. That's definitely not something you're saying with most of the compact SUV segment. The interior lights back here still do not appear to be LED, but we get air vents. We did not get air vents on the kicks. 2 USB-C ports, mat pocket behind the passenger seat, and a center cubby. Let's check it out. Soft cloth. You'll fit 24 to 32 ounce bottles with a hook for both grab handles in the second row. That's about it for the second row. Let's take a step out towards the cargo space, see how much space is offered back there. and then take this 2026 Rogue out for a drive. So you press the button, gives you a couple seconds to take a step back, so if you have grocery bags in your hands, don't have to worry about getting doofed in the face. And cargo space is impressive back here with a low floor. At 6 feet tall, my knee's basically just the same height as a step-in, so if you have older or smaller pets, they shouldn't have any trouble hopping back here. And I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much space is back here with the second row up and with the second row down. The secret storage, we have a decent amount outside of our spare tire, and I really like how Nissan gives us these cutouts in the corners for their SUVs, so for grocery bags you don't have to worry about them flying all around your cargo space. To drop the trunk, there are two buttons. This button drops it, this button drops it and locks the SUV. We don't need a lock, so we'll press the button on the left, and as soon as you press the button, the trunk starts to close, or the hatch starts to close, so make sure you're aware of that so you don't get doofed in the head. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of the 2026 Nissan Rogue SV front wheel drive. It's a nice SUV starting under 30,000 bucks, even after destination at 32,000. It's a very good value, but considering the kicks we just reviewed was about $7,000 cheaper compared to what we have here, let's take it out for a drive, see what it's got, and determine which is Nissan's best SUV value. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2026 Nissan Rogue SV front-wheel drive. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, though, the throttle response feels okay. There's definitely a little bit of turbo lag, but they tuned the throttle so that you don't notice it as bad. But once you cross around 1,000 RPM until about 1,600, you do sense a tiny bit of lag. But you'll make up for it knowing that we have a lot more power compared to that outgoing 2.5 liter. Steering also feels very good, a little bit lighter compared to the kicks, but just as sharp and direct. Boost kicks in and the power feels really good. We can try one out off the line, throw it into sport mode, see what it's got on the gas. Boost, woo! Picks up speed really, really well, and the brakes feel very good too. The ratios, the paddles help them respond. And yeah, a tiny bit of lag, but definitely a better powertrain, at least performance-wise compared to the outgoing. Ooh, pulls surprisingly well. Steering feels very good too. Body roll, let's throw it in. Pretty sharp. As you guys can see, it's not a zero-turn lawnmower, but it has a sharp body roll, or a sharp turning radius. And yeah, the boost kicks in and it feels surprisingly strong. Paddles, good response, no complaints. We can try to brake torque it one time off the line. We'll take it out of the manual shifts, let the CVT do its thing. Little brake torque, and let's go. Oh yeah, traction control, but it takes off very, very well. I wish there was like a 2-liter turbocharged option. The VC turbo would probably work very well in this vehicle. Or options for the 3.5-liter V6 I wouldn't necessarily be upset about either. But either way, this is a very cool powertrain. Just kind of sucks this is the only powertrain available. I'm sure some people would still choose the 2.5. I'm sure several people would choose an upgraded powertrain. But either way, that boost kicks in and it shifts you all the way at the red line at 6,000 RPM. One more time in sport mode, we can open her up a little bit more out here once we're situated. On the gas. Yeah, no need to beat it up any further. This thing can move. And the turn signal stocks feel premium. At higher speed, you are starting to hear a tiny bit of road noise, but nothing unbearable. Good feeling brakes, ride quality is good. Turning radius, one more time, and about half throttle. Oh, sharp in sport. Yeah, but we can take it out of sport. Try it out in eco mode, completely change the script. Slow down a little bit, try it at about half throttle. Less sensitive, but that boost kicks in and it picks up speed very well. And you look down and you're constantly going faster than you think you are because the wind noise is super limited with these dual pane windows. The ride quality is fantastic. The only thing about this SUV that isn't borderline luxurious is just the slightly higher amount of road noise compared to what you would get from maybe Honda. I think this is equivalent to Toyota's road noise. So yes, compared to the rest of the segment, it's nothing crazy. I just think that it's something that could be potentially improved. And if that's my only complaint with this SUV, should tell you wonders. Brakes feel good, steering feels sharp, throwing it in faster than we should. There's some body roll, but nothing too terrible. And you don't buy this for performance, but sub $30,000 base price, this thing has surprisingly good performance while still being extremely comfortable with a surprisingly decent amount of options and features. I do wish that it carried over some of the things from the kicks we reviewed in this channel, but I'm sure it will over the next couple model years. Either way, if you're looking for the best SUV starting under $30,000, you're not looking for something that's a mid-8 to high-8 second 0 to 60 car. You're okay with something turbocharged just so you can get out of the hole quicker than like a standard 4-cylinder RAV4, quicker than a turbocharged CRV, and this does exactly that. Sure, how are you getting that power may not be the best for long-term reliability, but these have been around now for 3-4 years now. Compared to the rest of the automotive segment, these aren't seeing any more issues compared to just about anything else we're seeing. So if you're looking for a comfortable way into a solid performing vehicle that is efficient, that has a very good amount of space, starting under $30,000, I would 100% recommend checking out the 2026 Nissan Rogue SV. And a big thanks to Red and the rest of the management and staff here at Courtesy Nissan in Tampa, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Red. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.